China's military-civilian fusion strategy alarms Taiwan as Beijing drills with massive civilian RO vessels fleet capable of amphibious invasion operations. Chinese military conducts dual-use operations with unmarked civilian boats performing surveillance, troop transport, and supply chain disruption. Beijing claims Taiwan as territory, while Taiwanese people reject mainland rule, creating dangerous flashpoint. Gray zone tactics include drones, balloons, and fishing boat swarms testing Taiwan defensive Delhi. Analysts warn China aims to control strategic choke point through civilian vessel mind game. Nuclear escalation risk rise as China pressure Taiwan to rapidly expand defensive spending, acquire new U.S. weapon systems. World watches as amphibious assault capability grows using commercial vessels to transport troops equipment directly to shore. The United States Congressional Commission has issued a severe warning regarding the potential consequences of a war over Taiwan. The report stated that a conflict in the region could unleash catastrophic global fallout, potentially wiping out up to 10% of the worldwide gross domestic products. The U.S. Congressional Commission warns Taiwan war could wipe out 10% global GDP, triggering economic collapse worse than 2008 financial crisis. This level of economic shock would rival the financial crisis of 2008. The Commission emphasized that Taiwan plays a central role in advanced chipmaking and the global technology ecosystems. Taiwan's critical role in advanced chips manufacturing makes island indispensable to preventing Chinese AI dominance. American officials note that the island is indispensable to efforts by the United States to prevent China from dominating artificial intelligence and high-end computing industries. The report urged Congress to assess the readiness of the nation to handle multiple global adversaries acting simultaneously as tension continues to rise. Military analysts are expressing deep concerns over Chinese strategy involving the use of civilian vessels for military purposes. Reports indicate that the Chinese military is conducting drills with civilian roll-on, roll-off ships, which are typically used for commercial transport. Fears are growing that these large ferries could be utilized to boost amphibious operations during a war, allowing the transports of troops and equipment across the strait. Experts suggest that Beijing is using these unmarked and dual-use vessels to work in parallel with the People's Liberation Army. This strategy is described as a mind game designed to intimidate Taiwan while disguising military preparations as standard commercial activity. The situation is further complicated by the use of gray zone tactics, which allow China to apply pressure without triggering a full-scale war. These tactics include the deployment of drones and balloons, as well as the use of fishing boats to conduct surveillance and harass Taiwanese water. Taiwan has lived under the constant threat of invasion as Beijing claims the self-ruled island as part of its territory. In response to this rising pressure, Taiwan has moved to rapidly expand its defense spending and acquire new weapon systems from the United States. The Taiwanese people continue to view their island as distinct despite the sinister claims from Beijing regarding sovereignty. The congressional report also flags the risk of nuclear escalation if the standoff turns into a hot conflict. Analysts believe that Beijing aims to control strategic choke points in the area, which would severely impact international trade. The United States viewed the defense of Taiwan not only as a security issue, but as a critical economic necessity due to the reliance on Taiwanese technology. As China ignores international law with its aggressive maneuvers, the options for peaceful resolution appears to be narrowing. The combinations of economic vulnerability and military buildup has made the Taiwan Strait one of the most dangerous flashpoints in the world today. If you have made it this far, congratulations, you have unlocked the truth. I want to ask you a quick question though. Considering the congressional warning that a war over Taiwan could erase 10% of the global GDP and crash the world economy, do you believe the United States and its allies should preemptively recognize China red lines to avoid financial ruin? Or must they defend the island at all costs to protect the semiconductor supply chain and prevent authoritarian dominance over the Indo-Pacific region, and why. During the debate, we want to hear your insightful opinion on where this is all heading in our community. Share your thoughts in the comments below. I appreciate your support. Thank you for being a part of this journey. Like the video, share this video with friends and family, hit the notification bell, and most importantly, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one.